All right, guys, we've got a project today. The veggies are growing in the garden. We're ramping up veggie production over here. We still got 2 more raised beds that we need to plant. This is our compost corner, our livestock shelter. We've got 2 pigs in here currently. So what's been happening organically is that our farm tools, our garden tools have been piling up in this area. So today's project, we're going to add a wall here so that way we can start hanging some of this garden tools that we use for this garden and this high tunnel. Currently we have these tools hanging up in our big barn, which is nowhere near where our garden areas are. You know, it just makes sense to have garden tools next to the garden. And so I loaded up the work truck and headed on out to start my day. We need to take a measurement. We got the hog panel here. We got hog panel here on this end. All this is removable on this end. So I might have to cut some of this. We just have a pipe clamp here to hold this in place. And then we can remove this whole wall if we wanted to. I don't want it touching the ground too much. Raise it up a little bit. But I do want it somewhat even. Well, we had a summer-like weather here so far in the spring, but today, and I think all this week, it's supposed to get rainy. I'm trying to reuse some wood that I already had bought. Some of it's kind of wobbly. I'm using these GRK fasteners. I really have grown to really like these for something like this because they have a kind of like a bigger head, a washer on there. There's just a little bit more bite to these. So I'm going to use these 1x6. These are not rounded over. They're not like the fancy decking. Don't need to be fancy, but These are 8 feet long, and if my calculations are correct, you really shouldn't have to cut anything. This is 10 feet wide, you know, just by 10 feet 2x6s. This is 8 feet long, so if you buy 8 feet long 1x, there's no cutting involved. Oh, hear that? Rain. Well, hopefully it doesn't rain too much. I need to finish this. Too late, it's raining. Yeah, filming and having a camera and filming you during the rain is not the best idea, but at the same time, the show must go on. Yeah, I will save rain off of this thing one day. It might happen this year, I don't know. I still need to put gutters, I still need another rain tank. And then to install the 1x6s, I'm using this T25 bits. Doesn't have so much of a head on it, but I like these better than the star bits. Well, there's less stripping of the bit. If you need to take these out or put, even as you're putting them in, it's not going to strip out inside there. Okay, we are that short. My calculations were not correct on that one. So let's see what we have in the general store. Let's see what we can put together. It's almost time. Chicken butchering season is here. We got the cooler out. Let's look in the Land general store. Let's see what we got. I know I got Scrappies. Look at that little guy. Here's one. Okay. One. Well, preferably some kind of treated wood, and it needs to be 8 feet long. Here's some random pieces of some cedar in here. We can maybe use this one. It's wide. Here's one. All right, I found 3 pieces, some treated wood, some cedar. Not sure if that's gonna be enough, but we'll try. Hey Lorraine, what are you up to?
Today I'm planting peppers. So our last frost is over and it's like a mad rush to try and get all of the stuff that's been growing in the greenhouse into our field garden. This one is our field garden. But today's like the perfect day to do it because it's overcast and the last couple days have been like 80 degrees and very hot. The sun has been very intense and I'm like, oh my goodness, all these plants are gonna die. But today's like the perfect day because it's overcast and it's actually cooler. So I've got like an hour, so I'm trying to see how much I can get done in an hour.
I mean, look at this grass, guys. Look at this. Oh, it comes out super easy though.
Yeah.
Like that's... We're growing food for our pigs here. Premium sod, that's what we're growing. So we have something that we've been working on all year long. This is probably over a year in the making, is coming up with our own hot sauce, like a hot sauce that we'll have on our website available for sale. This year we're growing more peppers, so that way we can grow even more hot sauce. So the Land hot sauce is not on the website just yet, but soon. Potatoes are growing. There's 2 rows here, but look at all that grass. This is all grass. Look at this. The rain does penetrate this tarp. It's landscape fabric. It's weed fabric. It's not like a tarp where it's just all plastic. I mean, there's like little bits of holes in here where the water just goes through it. Yeah, look at this. It'd be nice to have a bunch of these cedar woods, but I don't have a bunch. But luckily I don't have to cut it to length. It's already 8 feet. Oh man, we're still short. We're probably maybe 2 short. I'm gonna have to go to my storage unit to get that. But in the meantime, we could start hanging some of these tools. So which tools do we hang? Well, obviously these tools we hang because they're sitting right here. They kind of gravitated this way. Rakes, broad fork. We're gonna need some hooks. So I'm wondering over time if this is gonna bow out or bow in. If I wanted to make it a little bit more permanent, maybe drop a 4x4 post right in the middle so it won't flex on me. But you know, I don't know, I like my options. I like to keep my options open. What if I don't want this wall here? I just take it down. I mean, we gotta screws and screws and screws and screws here and then screws up top. So I mean, it seems pretty solid right now. Over winter, we organized our barn and we hung all of our garden tools on here. We put up all these hooks. Our one-man auger is the employee of the month. The employee of the month gets his own shelf. So it just makes sense that we have tools over there, not over here, because this is nowhere near the gardens. But now, which tools do we use? Do we do all of them? So I'm thinking things like the edgers, I think will stay here. Like the chainsaws stay here. Something like these shovels, I have 2 of these shovels. So one of them can stay here, one of them could go. I already have one of these longer shovels over there. But this potato fork should probably go over there. The Haas wheel hoe, I think we'll keep that here. Like stuff that I use to dig holes, to dig posts, we'll leave that here. Maybe one of these. All right, we have some tools to hang and we have my collection bucket of hooks that I've been collecting over the last years. All right, so over the years I've been collecting hooks to hang stuff. Look at this. Go to yard sale, thrift stores, anywhere. Discount, on sale hooks, all for that one day where I'm gonna use them all. Broad fork. I like these little shorties with the handle like that, so they're easily to hang. I mean, they're short, but all right, it's pouring now, guys. Look at that. The rain is beautiful. This one I think we can do 2. Yeah, just making sure they don't fall. So yeah, look at that. We got enough room for more hooks. So these are the tools that we always use, because these are the tools that were over here. So I guess these are our most used garden tools. All right, before I forget, that's the garden ladder. I'm always trying to be the most efficient homestead, and believe me, it's like a everyday decisions. Like, it's not just build this and like, okay, we're good. Like, it's, you know, now we have to hang the tools and actually use it. I like to put things in place so that way it can help us be more efficient. You know, this is gonna always evolve over time. We're gonna add more hooks, maybe rearrange some stuff, get rid of tools, get new tools, even maybe build another wall on this end. Or maybe build a whole other shed for tools. And then move everything out. I mean, there's so many things. Maybe even put a solar light in here. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's so many different things that you could do. But this is one of the things I wanted to check off the list ever since building this shelter. I mean, now that it's all hung, it doesn't seem like that very many tools. If this wall starts to warp and bow in or out, I could always throw a metal pipe right there so that way it doesn't do that. Hey pigs! How are you liking the rain? Oh. You gotta look at them smokes. Okay, dual purpose, right? I'm always thinking dual purpose. So we're housing pigs in here in this barn. We're making compost at the same time. So it's a pig shelter, it's an animal shelter. We have tools hanging for our garden. And then eventually we'll save some water off of this. I can park my mower in here. We could hold wood chips in this area. I mean, I think every homestead, whether big or small, should have something like this. And now it's almost dinner time. We're gonna see what Lorraine's cooking for dinner today. But first I need to come up here and feed some chickens. All right, not sure how much rain we're gonna get this week, but maybe we'll fill up our 1,000 gallons over here, because I think we're about 800 gallons right here. I need to put you guys underneath the shelter here because my camera can't get wet. Hey meatballs! Alright, they're looking good, guys. Believe it or not, they are 1 week old now. And in 1 week, just to give you guys an update, we lost 2 chicks in our new brooder setup, which is amazing. Knock on wood. They have not started flying over this wall. We gave them extra feeders, and they're getting big. We ended up taking the top off of this thing and raising up the heat lamps a little bit this week. We got rid of that light. Well, because it was in the 60s, 70s at night, 80s during the day. A little bit cooler this week, but I think they're going to be better and doing okay. I honestly think being in an open area like this, it's healthier for the chickens. They look the healthiest chicks so far. I mean, these chicks look healthier than being in our regular brooders. I haven't noticed any chick was looking lethargic, or sometimes they can look slow and you're like, okay, that chick is not gonna make it. But so far I haven't noticed any chicks like that. All right, it's dinner time. Hey Lorraine, what's for dinner?
We are having like a taco bowl. We've got lettuce, cheese, rice, and leftover turkey meat. So we've got cubed up leftover turkey meat, some cilantro lime rice, some beans. We've got cheese, little tiny tomatoes, guacamole, a little tortilla. This is kind of like leftovers. We're just warming things up and putting it together in a bowl.
Yeah, we just cooked our last turkey, our whole turkey. 17 pounder.
It was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We brined it, and so it was really came out really good.
All right, there it is. Burrito bowls. Burrito bowls?
Taco bowls, burrito bowls. Yeah, no, they're burrito bowls. That's right.
Let's do it again. There it is, burrito bowls, taco bowls. And thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.